Chapter 2 of the Tao Te Ching. It is widely known that beauty is beauty, but evil is evil. When all people under heaven acknowledge the beautiful as beauty, it is because there exists ugliness to contrast with it. Everyone knows that what is good, but what is not good is not good. The reason why people know what goodness is because there exists evil to contrast with it. There is no mutual generation. Difficulty and is complement each other. Lengths are compared. Height is inclined. Sound is in harmony, and front and back follow each other. Permanent also. The generation of being and non-being mutually fosters each other. Difficulty and ease facilitate one another. Length and shortness are compared to each other. High and low complement each other. Musical instruments and human voices harmonize with each other, and front and back follow each other. This is an eternal truth. The concepts of beauty and ugliness, as well as goodness and evil, exist relatively in contrast. When a fixed standard is used to define beauty and goodness, the dualistic opposites of ugliness and evil emerge. That is to say, as long as they do not meet the fixed standards of beauty and goodness, everything else is ugly, evil, and bad. If that's the case, it often leads to a lot of contradictions. If we define beauty, ugliness, goodness, and evil according to fixed standards in real life, where situations are constantly changing, it would be very rigid and unrealistic. The judgment of beauty, ugliness, goodness, and evil should be based on the actual situation and whether it is reasonable, rather than fixed standards. For example, using a fixed standard to define goodness. So some people pretend to meet that good standard on the surface, but behind the scenes they do bad things. So can this be called goodness? The understanding that the feelings towards people, events, and things generated in the context of comparison are relatively existent and not the most authentic feelings. For example, if someone has a dignified appearance and previously felt good about herself, but one day she encounters someone even more beautiful and dignified than her, she may start to believe that she is very ugly, feel bad about herself, and become burdened with negative thoughts. For another example, the living standards of ordinary people like us are much better now, compared to the pre-reform and opening up era, but when compared to wealthier individuals, we feel that we are still lagging behind, which affects our mood. These feelings are relatively generated through comparison with others, and are actually unreal. Nowadays, many people in society are unhappy and involved in intense competition, often caused by feeling a gap when comparing themselves to others. Therefore, in work and life, we should not compare ourselves with others. We should experience our truest feelings and be content as long as we feel good ourselves. To learn to love oneself, one must first accept one's own imperfections and embrace whatever state one is in at the moment, allowing oneself to find peace. Only when you can accept yourself will others accept you. Do not care about others' opinions of you, as long as your behavior is reasonable, legitimate, and you can live with your conscience. It does not matter how others see you. That is their business. Do not base your happiness or sadness on whether others approve or not. If we can achieve this, we can truly feel happiness and joy. It is the practice of the sage to do nothing and to teach without words. So a sage acts in accordance with the laws of nature and is not confined to fixed standards, but rather based on the actual situation. Do reasonable things to assist in the natural development of things. Example is better than words. Instead of educating others excessively with words, one should guide and influence them by setting an example. Why do all things work without saying goodbye? The law of nature dictates that all things grow and develop according to their own rules, and the Tao never rejects or abandons them. Born without possession, the Tao gives birth to all things but does not claim them as its own. Do without presuming. Although the Tao takes action, it does not boast of its own abilities. It does not rely on its own capabilities, nor on the reputation, status, and wealth it possesses externally to demonstrate its own value, disclaim all achievements one has made, to achieve success and win recognition without claiming credit for one's service. Because you don't take credit, you don't lose it. It is precisely because one does not claim credit for oneself that their achievements will not be forgotten.